evening, my friends. How is everyone this evening? Thank you all for coming out on this quiet, lovely Saturday night. Indeed, Bob Ross was a treasure to us all. And if he's gone, all we have to do, all we have to do is remember. The volume is low. Well, I believe I am doing what I can with the ASMR setup right now. I trust everyone has a trusty headset on right now, because that, I believe, is the ideal way to enjoy this evening. I am just going to quickly tweak my display settings and swap this here, because this is how we VTubers do things. That is not what I wanted to do. Oh my goodness, scuffed even in the ASMR. What have I done? What have I become? Let's just close that. Let's see what we got anyways. Let's bring up the main screen here. Yes, ASMR. We had a sub goal last month in September, and thanks to the generous people in the community, we have earned a 3-hour ASMR stream. Let's bring up my screen here. Am I set? Oh yes, I am set. Look at this comfy man here, hanging out in his blanket and his nice, quiet, rainy room. Let's turn the rain on. Where is my rain? I have so many tabs open. There we go. A little bit of rain for you. Oh yes. Oh yes, yes. Comfy senpai. A comfy man. So, the agenda for this evening. I was going to spend some time reading a little bit of poetry with you. I was going to attempt to ASMR sing a little bit, you know? It's just some nice, calm, relaxing songs. Something to put you at ease. And then we'll see where the evening takes us. You'll notice in the redeems, I have decreased the cost of Senpai Speaks in ASMR. Feel free to use that. I will be a little more discerning this evening in what I accept and do not, but you're welcome to contribute to this evening with whatever you want to hear me say. So we're gonna snuggle up here. I'm gonna start with a little bit of Robert Frost. Classic poetry. Just something short, something nice to listen to, you know? Something fantastic. Excuse me, Windows. I need more window but less window at the same time. Thank you. Perfect. There we go. It may be ASMR, but it is still VTuber ASMR. So there will be some scuff. There is always going to be some scuff. Well. I am still at max mic gain there. I have all my alerts turned down nice and low. I don't plan on playing any shocking or startling noises or clips. Feel free to boost your own volume to bring this up, because if I speak any louder, I think we'll lose the soothing tone of the voice, and the ASMR might lose some of that impact. Then again, perhaps I am not wise in the ways of the audio, I'm afraid. I am, of course, just a scuffed man on the scuffed web. Is anyone else having trouble with their volume? Do I need to adjust for everyone, perhaps? Allow me to hydrate real quick here. The ASMR does leave me a little drier. No issue there. Anyone else? Silky smooth. Excellent, excellent. Thank you for the feedback. As I know some of you enjoy the Monster Girl ASMR clips, if you redeem those, I will be saving those for the last hour of the stream. I want the first part to be really, really accessible, really comfy for everyone, just in case. So I'm going to get started, and we'll start with some poems, and we'll keep an eye on things there in the chat. There we go. Thank you for the help there, Issy. That's real awesome of you. Thank you so much. So I'm going to start with a Robert Frost poem called "The Road Not Taken." Now, this is one you study in school sometimes when you're trying to learn poetry. And for some reason, some people seem to dislike things that they have to learn. But I accepted it. I appreciate this poem for what it does. So let's begin. The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth, and then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though, as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. That was, of course, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. I like that one. Just the hesitation, the thought at a choice. A road not taken, exactly as it says. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming by. We're going to have a nice, real comfy stream. I hope you've got a nice, comfy blanket and a nice, warm beverage, because that's how we're spending this evening. So with The Road Not Taken behind us, let's try another Robert Frost poem. I chose him because his poems were honestly pretty easy to find. They are copyright free at this point, and they're nice. They're good poems. So our next one is going to be Meeting and Passing. As I went down the hill along the wall, there was a gate I had leaned at for the view, and had just turned from when I first saw you. As you came up the hill, we met, but all we did that day was mingle great and small. Footprints in the summer dust, as if we drew the figure of our being less than two, but more than one as yet. Your parasol pointed the decimal off with one deep thrust, and all the time we talked you seemed to see something down there to smile at in the dust. Oh, it was without prejudice to me. Afterwards, I went past what you had passed before we met, and you what I had passed. again, another really nice poem about meeting and parting. Simple little things we all have happen in our lives. Choices, meetings, partings. And he just wraps it up in this lovely little dialogue. Oh, that is a great many tabs. Let me see, where was I? There I am. There I am. I don't want to lose too many things. Where was my next one? There it is. There it is. Again, I have a lot of different things selected this evening, but we're starting a lot of Robert Frost. Robert Frost. This one is called The Vantage Point. If I tired of trees, I seek again mankind. Will I know where to hie me in the dawn, to a slope where the cattle keep the lawn? There amid lolling juniper reclined, myself unseen I see in white defined. Far off the homes of men, and farther still the graves of men on an opposing hill, living or dead, whichever are to mind. And if by noon I have too much of these, I have but to turn on my arm, and lo, the sunburned hillside sets my face aglow. My breathing shakes the bluet like a breeze. I smell the earth, I smell the bruised plant. I look into the crater of the ant. I'm sure we've all done that at some point. Come to rest somewhere outdoors. See the sun, the landscape, and then turn down to the small things around us, just as enrapturing as the grand things around us. Thank you. Thank you for the comfy emotes. I had debated doing an emote-only chat for a while, just comfy emotes as far as the eye could see. But I figure anyone's welcome to speak here. Anyone. Thank you. Thank you again. Next poem, of course. This one, I will read Pan with Us after a brief hydration. Pan with Us, again by Robert Frost. Pan came out of the woods one day. His skin and his hair and his eyes were gray. The gray of the moss on walls were they, and stood in the sun and looked his fill at wooded valley and wooded hill. He stood in the zephyr, pipes in hand, on a height of naked pasture land. In all the country he did command. He saw no smoke, and he saw no roof. That was well, and he stamped a hoof. He heart knew peace, for none came here to this lean feeding save once a year. Some one to salt the half-wild steer, or homespun children with clicking pails, who see so little they tell no tales. He tossed his pipes, too hard to teach, a new world song far out of reach. For a sylvan sign let the blue jays screech, and the whimper of hawks beside the sun were music enough for him, for one. Times were changed from what they were. Such pipes kept less of power to stir the fruited bough of the juniper, and the fragile bluets clustered there, than the merest aimless breath of air. They were pipes of pagan mirth, and the world had found new terms of worth. He laid him down on the sun-burned earth, and ravelled a flower and looked away. Play, play. What should he play? Delightful. Of course, they're all wonderful. The classic poets have been preserved for exactly this reason. Just like all media, we immerse ourselves in it, we find the truly fantastic, and we preserve that. And the less so fades away. It definitely leads to a lot of people thinking the old days were better. It's simply a matter of record keeping and archiving. For every fantastic poem like this, there were perhaps a dozen or more that just weren't, and nobody kept them around. A bit of a thought there for those of us here who consume and produce media. Look at all those comfy emotes. Thank you very much for that. I love comfy emotes. It was the first emote I knew I wanted for sure. Okay then. So our next piece is called For Once, Then Something. Others taunt me, with having knelt at well curbs, always wrong to the light, so never seeing, deeper down in the well than where the water, give me back in shining surface picture, me myself in the summer heaven godlike, looking out a wreath of fern and cloud puffs. Once, when trying with chin against well curb, I discerned, as I thought, beyond the picture, through the picture, as something white, uncertain, something more of the depths, and then I lost it. Walter came to rebuke the too clear water. One drop fell from a fern, and lo, a ripple shook whatever it was lay there at the bottom, blurred it, blotted it out. What was that whiteness? Truth? A pebble of quartz? For once, then, something. To think you could write something like this over the simple thought of, did I see something down there? What could that be? Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. Everyone's still comfy. Everyone's still relaxed. How are those beverages coming? Got something warm? Something soothing? Tea? Warm milk? Hot chocolate? Whatever could it be that's keeping you so relaxed? I hope you enjoy it. I really do. Ah, yes. Hello, Arrow. Thank you for coming by. I am quite cozy this evening. These lovely blankets. Ah, chai tea. Delicious. Delicious. Okay then, so just a few more poems from Mr. Frost here. A few of the shorter ones. They're just as good as the rest, though. Don't you worry. And then I think once those are done, I might try just a little bit of music. Ah yes, more comfy. So much comfy. All right. This next piece is called The Pasture. I'm going out to clean the pasture spring. I'll only stop to rake the leaves away, and wait to watch the water clear I may. I shan't be gone long. You come too. I'm going out to fetch the little calf that's standing by the mother. It's so young. It totters when she licks it with her tongue. I shan't be gone long. You come too. I visited farms a lot when I was growing up. I had relatives who owned a farm. And yeah, you say you won't be gone long, but farms are out of the way. They're quiet. Time goes much slower there. And you can see just the rawest nature there. Little baby animals being taken care of. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And just a short little poem reminding you of that. I don't know if any of you live in those enormous cities, but take time to get out of them every now and then. The city is nice, but outside there's something more natural, something more primal outside. Just remind yourself of that every now and then. This is another one about being outside of town, more rural. This one is called Mowing. There was never a sound beside the wood but one, and that was my long scythe whispering to the ground. What was it? It whispered. I knew not well myself. Perhaps it was something about the heat of the sun, something perhaps about the lack of sound, and that was why it whispered and did not speak. It was no dream of the gift of idle hours, or easy gold at the hand of fay or elf. Anything more than truth would have seemed too weak to the earnest love that laid the swell in rows, not without feeble pointed spikes of flowers, pale orchids, and scared a bright green snake. The fact is the sweetest dream that labor knows. My long scythe whispered and left the hay to make. Robert Frost was born a long time ago. He saw the beginning of the 19th century. That would be the kind of farm work that he would have witnessed. The back-breaking, simple, hard labor with manual tools. But to wrap it up in such a fantastic way of speaking and whispering, it's fantastic. It's delightful. Just amazing. Just two little short ones left, and we'll be done with Mr. Frost. This one is called Now Close the Windows. Now close the windows and hush all the fields. If the trees must, let them silently toss. No bird is singing now, and if there is, be it my loss. It will be long ere the marshes resume. It will be long ere the earliest bird. But close the windows and hear not the wind, but see all the wind stirred. When you live on the edge of town, outside of town, that's a real thing. You can see out into the dark of the night. No street lights, no roads, just the silhouettes of trees and whatever's living in and beyond them. Close the window. Stay safe, but you can appreciate the view. Fantastic. It's delightful. Okay. All right, everyone. One last Robert Snow poem. Now, I didn't read all of his poems. Don't worry. I sorted through and found ones I like. This last one is called A Patch of Snow. A Patch of Old Snow. There's a patch of old snow in a corner that I should have guessed was a blow-away paper the rain had brought to rest. It is speckled with grime as if small print overspread it. The news of the day I've forgotten, if I ever read it. Wherever Robert Frost lived when he wrote this, it feels very similar to a place I live. The snow blows into these dank, musty corners that don't get a lot of sunlight, and it just stays there, and it collects bits of grime and dirt, and it gets all gross. But if you look at it a certain way, it does kind of look like an old newspaper. The letters all run and blurred together. And maybe, just maybe, you look at it and think, wait a second, is that just that thought? 8 lines of poetry. What a way to be. Simply fantastic. Delightful. Thank you very much, Mr. Robert Frost. I have enjoyed your poetry this evening, and I hope you all have as well. Again, all of his poetry is public domain. You're welcome to check it out yourselves if you're interested. Just going to put a quick question out there to everyone in the chat. I hope you're all having a great night. Like I said before, is there the Make Senpai Speak in ASMR is reduced in cost this evening. This is your chance to slide something in there if you want me to do it. I'm excited to try. I'm all in ASMR mode now. I'm all snuggled up, ready to go. Feel free to fire that off if you want. Just so you know. And while I have you all of your attention, if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, bring them up. We'll have a talk over tea, all snuggled up. Won't that be nice? Oh yes. Oh yes. But if everyone's just going to stay all cozy and comfy, snuggled up there in the corner, I'm going to try. I'm going to attempt here to do ASMR music. I found a couple of songs, real relaxing, calming kind of songs, stuff you can really relax to. And I'm going to try and sing it. I'm going to sing it in this voice. Oh yes. Oh yes, ... indeed. I'm gonna hydrate again here and then fill my glass and leave you all with that thought. There we go. All hydrated again. Perfect. Ready to go. Welcome to the stream, Irie. Yes, we did some Robert Frost poetry for about a half an hour. Delightful stuff. Excellent, excellent. And I'm just going to break things up here with an attempt at some ASMR music. So let's give it a try. I'm going to adjust the rain down just a little bit. Can I adjust it down a little bit? Oh, that turns it off all the way. There we go. There we go. Everything's calm. Everything's relaxing. You can barely hear. Oh no. Oh no. Welcome to the comfiest stream. Yes, indeed. All right. Now. As I warned everyone before, there will be no loud noises, no sudden surprises. All my alerts are turned down nice and low. You're welcome to strap on some headphones and get comfy. And turn it up a little bit if you want. Just let this voice in. It's okay. There you go. Yeah. A big blanket, of course, right? Nice warm beverage. Let's fall asleep. Hopefully, I don't fall asleep while streaming. That would be alarming for everyone, I imagine. Of course, it would be. Alright, here we go. My first attempt at ASMR music will be You Are My Sunshine. So let's fire this up here. Is the music going to be too loud? It might be a little loud. Let's adjust that just a little bit. It's a little loud. We're going to start over. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy if you will only stay the same. But if you leave me to love another, you'll regret it all one day. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Okay. How was that? Again, experimental ASMR music. You have a special version of that for me? Oh my goodness, Irie. You are too good to me. Too good to me. But it sounded pretty good. Excellent. All right. Okay. More comfy emotes. So many comfy emotes. We're going to set a record for those tonight. The comfiest stream ever. Blanket, yes. Welcome, Shorta. Welcome. It is the fabled, the legendary ASMR stream. We're going to hang out. Going to read some poems. Do a little singing. And then we'll see how it goes. We'll see where we end up. I realize no, your words are just pixels on a screen. You can pretend to shout all you want, but we are absolutely comfy here tonight. Your words can't change that. There's no call for you to ambush either. It's good. Welcome back, Issy. Welcome back. Yes, good. Delightful. Alright, okay. So I'm going to save the other songs for later. We're going to do those interspersed throughout the evening here. I am going to actually do something a little bit comedic right now. I'm sure some of you are familiar with the Navy SEAL copy pasta. I'm not going to do that specifically, but I am going to attempt to convert it into a VTuber version and not be quite so crass, because we are quite comfy tonight. Very, very comfy tonight. So here we go. Here we go. What did you just say about me, you little lurker? I'll have you know, I graduated top of my class at the VTuber Academy. I've been involved in numerous stream raids on Project Melody, and I have over 300 confirmed followers. I'm trained in scuff and a top stream sniper in the entire Twitch community. You're nothing to me but another follower. I will entertain you with a precision the likes of which has never been seen before on this earth. Mark my words. You think you can get away with lurking to me over the internet? Think again. As we speak, I am opening up the viewer list on my stream, and I am looking at your username and seeing how long you've been a follower, so you better prepare to be thanked. A thank you that will let me tell you how much I appreciate you lurking in my stream. I appreciate it, kid. I can stream anytime I want. I can entertain you in over 700 ways, and that's just with my voice. Not only am I trained in voice entertainment, but I can also tell jokes and play games, and I will use that to its full extent to put a smile on your face. If only you had known the level of entertainment available in this stream, you would never have lurked. You would have spoken up. But you didn't, and now you could. And I thank you, you wonderful follower. I will entertain you anytime you show up, and I hope you appreciate it. Thanks a lot, kiddo. Ah, welcome, Luna. Welcome. We're doing an ASMR stream as a reward for September. We met some goals. It was a good time, and that was an off-the-cuff rendition of the Navy SEAL copy pasta, but friendly and about VTubers. I think it turned out all right. I'm definitely going to go back and highlight that because I'll never remember what I said to write it down. That's just how things go here. So let's turn on a little bit of soft music while I bring up a little something else in a Google window here. Music, please. There we go. There we go. Again, thank you to everyone for hanging out tonight. I'm just glad I could entertain you all. Thank you, Luna. Yes, I bumped my mic a little bit there. I've been thinking about expanding into this niche, perhaps, because on YouTube, if you search for ASMR, you just find a lot of fine ladies doing a lot of work. But us gentlemen might. My model sensitivity and voice. Yes, face rig is it's doing its best right now, I imagine. Indeed. If there's time at the end. Oh, Shorta, I have something special planned for the end. I'm afraid this is going to be a one-man stream. I appreciate the offer, though, my friend. I appreciate the offer. I'm still looking for something to do with you. Something voice-related. I have not forgotten. The two of us will do something fantastic one day. Do not worry, my friend. Anyways, I was going to attempt to Google something, and I got distracted talking to you all, but that's fine. This is not a very structured stream. We're just relaxing. Something to do with Shorta, of course. Solo male ASMR stream, indeed. And I won't even use a brush on the microphone at all. Alright then, now, okay. Now, you can't really do poetry without thinking about the man himself, The one we were all forced to learn about in high school, I assume. Uh, Shakespeare. Shakespeare himself. Now, he wrote a lot of things, but I'm gonna delve into some of the sonnets for a little bit. We're gonna tap into that iambic pentameter for a bit. Again, snuggle up in your blanket, get a nice warm beverage, and just relax. That's what tonight's all about. We're going to relax. Is the balance alright between the music, the rain, and myself before I begin? I'm going to hydrate again real quick. This continuous voice is a bit of pressure on me, but I can do it. I can handle. I'm going to assume, since nobody piped up, that the volume balance is delightful. And I'm going to proceed here with some sonnets. Sonnets. We'll begin with sonnet 106. When in the chronicle of wasted time, I see descriptions of the fairest wights, and beauty making beautiful old rhyme, in praise of ladies dead and lovely knights. Then, in the blazon of sweet beauty's best, of hand, of foot, of lip, of eye, of brow, I see their antique pen would have expressed even such a beauty as you master now. So all their praises are but prophecies of this our time, all you prefiguring, and, for they looked but with divining eyes, they had not skill enough your worth to sing. For we, which now behold these present days, had eyes to wonder, but lack tongues to praise. The sonnets always have such a nice rhythm to them. They flow very nicely, and I hope I'm doing it justice as I read. Again, just speak up if something's off balance, or quiet, or too loud. Again, I want everyone to be comfy. So comfy. Going to read sonnet 138. When my love swears that she is made of truth, I do believe her, though I know she lies, that she might think me some untutored youth, unlearned in the world's false subtleties, thus vainly thinking that she thinks me young, although she knows my days are past the best. I simply credit her false-speaking tongue. On both sides thus is simple truth suppressed. But wherefore says she not she is unjust? And wherefore say not I that I am old? O love's best habit is in seeming trust, and age in love loves not to have years told. Therefore I lie with her, and she with me, and in our faults by lies we flattered be. There we go, Shorta. There we go. Yeah, that's the right amount. That's the right amount. Comfy. We're comfy. Oh. That rain is so...
We are being watched.
Thank you for the host, Shorta. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you to load me up on your channel and let other people see, just in case they wander by. They'll get a little bit of poetry, a little bit of smooth. It's very nice of you. Thank you very much. Head pat for Shorta. There you go, friend. There you go. Senpai will take care of you. Fear not. Wonder poetry, indeed. Yes, good, Seth. That's what we do. We share the love. It's all support down here. It's all love and support. Speaking of which, do you guys enjoy the other background I have? The rainy room? Here, let me hide myself just real quick here. And then we can... Oh, come on, please. Oh, the magic is gone. Look at that. Isn't that a great background? Nice cozy room. Little rain falling in the background. It's delightful. We got the whole package tonight. Everything's amazing.
Someone is following me.
Malicity, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. Hop on board the time machine and get comfy. We're gonna have a good time. It's a very comfy stream tonight. Just doing a little ASMR for a reward. Double sound, yes. I have no idea why that's happening, and I think I'm just gonna let it happen. It does. This is a royalty-free image I found. Or rather, I just googled this. I don't know what it is. I just thought it looked nice. So let's get back on there. Oh, that's spooky. There we go. And like that. There we are. Now we're all cozy again. You're right, it does seem a lot like Iron Mouse's old room, now that I think about it. Oh well. It's cozy nonetheless. Let's do another sonnet then, alright? We'll do sonnet 98. From you have I been absent in the spring, when proud-plied April's dressed in all his trim, hath put a spirit of youth in everything. That heavy Saturn laughed and leaped with him, yet nor the lays of birds, nor the sweet smell of different flowers in odor and in hue, could make me any summer's story tell, or from their proud lap pluck them where they grew. Nor did I wonder at the lily's white, nor praise the deep vermilion in the rose. They were but sweet, but figures of delight, drawn after you, you a pattern of all those. Yet seemed it winter still, and you away, as with your shadow I with these did play. I feel that one. The blooming of spring. The winters here in Canada are pretty cold sometimes, pretty bitter. And to feel that bloom, that explosion of life in the spring, it's fantastic. I mean, even someone like me who spends all his time online and indoors can appreciate the vibrance and wonder of everything waking up again. Wonderful, delightful. Very well, very well. Very well. Let us continue. This is, of course, a webpage called the Top 10 Sonnets by Shakespeare, because originality is not important. It's all about presentation. A little scuff, a little sincerity, and boom, there we go. Now you're VTubing. So now I'm going to continue with Sonnet 29. When, in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone between my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy, contented least, yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, haply I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising, from sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate, for the sweet love remembered such wealth brings, and then I scorn to change my state with kings. I know Shakespeare didn't title any of his sonnets, but I really feel this one could just be called Contentment. Talking about wanting things and realizing that you don't need them to be happy. Because there's a lot of stuff we see and we think about, perhaps even obsess over and think, if only I had that, I'd be happy. If only I knew this person, I'd be happy. If only I could do this thing, I'd be happy. But that's not where happiness comes from. Happiness comes from looking at what you have, being thankful for what you have, appreciating it, delving into it and exploring it, because it's there, right here, right around you. It's the people you know. Embrace those. That's where happiness comes from. Be content. Don't stop aspiring to meet new people and find new things and get advancement in your life, but don't ever make that your sole goal. There are things you have and people you know right now that are the most precious things in your life, and you don't even know it yet. Remember that. So after those soothing thoughts, that wonderful sonnet, I'm going to read one more, because that's what tonight is all about. We're reading. This one is sonnet number 24. Mine eye hath played the painter and hath styled the beauty's form in table of my heart. My body is the frame wherein 'tis held, and perspective it is the painter's art. For through the painter must you see his skill, to find where your true image pictured lies, which in my bosom's shop is hanging still, that hath his windows glazed with thine eyes. Now see what good turns eyes for eyes have done. Mine eyes have drawn thy shape, and thine for me are windows to my breast, where through the sun delights to peep and gaze therein on thee. Yet eyes this cunning want to grace their art. They draw but what they see, know not the heart. That one's a little tricky, a little A little more difficult to read than the last few. I don't hate it. It's nice, though, to be challenged a little bit every now and then. Oh, where'd that tab go? I probably shouldn't have that many tabs open, but it's fine. Ah, I just found out where the extra sound is playing from when things happen. I accidentally discovered it. There we go. I left Streamlabs open in another tab. Solution problems. Look at that. I didn't stress, and the solution presented itself. It's a good feeling. Just letting the calm and relaxation settle in. Feels great. So let's read another sonnet then. This one is Sonnet 134. So, now I have confessed that he is thine, and I myself am mortgaged to thy will. Myself I'll forfeit, so that the other mine thou wilt restore to be my comfort still. But thou wilt not, nor he will not be free, for thou art covetous and he is kind. He learned, but surety like, to write for me, under that bond that him as fast doth bind. The statue of thy beauty thou wilt take, thou usurer that puttest forth all to use, and sue a friend came debtor for my sake. So him I lose through my unkind abuse, him I have lost, though thou hast both him and me. He pays the whole, and yet am I not free? That feels very much like two friends falling for the same woman, and each one taking a slightly different approach and growing to hate each other because of it. To have such an ugly idea presented in poetry, that's the power of art, the power of words. My goodness. What wonderful things language can do for us. Now the next one, of course, is Sonnet 18, probably the most famous sonnet of Shakespeare's. But this one I'm going to save for later. For later in the stream, I have a collection of romantic poetry that I am going to read for all of you, because I'm a sucker for that sort of thing. I love the idea of love, and it's kind of beautiful. So we're going to soak into that a little later. So we're going to skip Sonnet 18. We're going to kick off the romantic poetry section with that. So we're going to move on to the next one. Sonnet 116. Let me not, to the marriage of true minds, admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when its alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever fixed mark, that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. Now, at the risk of sounding like a meme, this poem basically is the phrase, "What is love?" And it's kind of an old-fashioned kind of love. It's not specifically romantic. Because you can love your friends. You can love your family. There are different types of love. And this is asking about that. How can it be shaken? How does time affect it? Real questions. Real questions. I mean, I love my family. They're great to me. And I will always love them. But there are friends I've had that I don't ever think about anymore except when I tell stories like this. And there are friends that I've met just a few months ago that I love those friends. They're amazing. So when this asks questions about love being time's fool and what shakes it, these are still questions we have today. That's why these poems survive. That's why they're good. I mentioned it before about time sorting out media. The stuff that's timeless, the stuff that's meaningful, the stuff that's powerful. Surviving through the ages to ask us the same questions hundreds of years later. And all the junk and all the popcorns filtering away to just disappear, leaving only these fantastic things. Think about all the movies and TV that's out there right now. So much of it is cheap and disposable, just taking up space, taking up time. But there are a few things that really mean something to you. Powerful pieces of media. Those are the ones we're going to archive. Those are the ones people in 150 years will look back on and remember. And all the junk will be gone. And some person in the future will look back at all this and say, things were so much better in the past. They didn't have all this junk cluttering up the real treasures. And it's all perspective. It's all perspective. Isn't that really quite interesting? Just the nature of memory. Not of just us, but of our species, of our kind. How the culture remembers. People are intensely interesting. So intensely interesting. I'm just going to have a quick hydrate here. Don't you worry, I'll be right back. There we go. All taken care of. I'm just going to assume everyone out there is still nice and comfy and cozy, relaxing in the chat. This is a great stream to lurk, don't you think? Images flash through my head of people sitting on a couch with a set of headphones on, with their phone in their hand, just dozing off. Or maybe you're actually lying in bed and actually trying to fall asleep for the night. I'd be honored if that was actually what's going on. But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I just hope you're comfortable and relaxed and happy. I'm going to mention right now that I won't be rating anyone tonight. I don't think it would be responsible of me to suddenly dump my dozy, quiet, placid viewers into a stream where someone might be loudly playing a video game or shouting about something. I don't think that would be fair. I think it would startle them, would make them uncomfortable. So tonight's stream is just going to quietly drift to an end. And I hope everyone's okay with that. Because that's just the kind of vibe we're going to have tonight. Because the last segment, what we're going to get down to at the end, will be probably the most relaxing thing I found. I mean, it's actually called the relaxation technique. I was introduced to this a little while ago by someone, and while I'm not going to take the one they gave me, because that would be not fair to them, I have built, designed, modified. I've put something together of my own. Something hopefully effective. But that's for an hour or more from now, don't you worry. We're just going to carry on with a little more poetry here. I got 2 more sonnets, and then I think I'll try another song, if that's alright with everyone. So, we got sonnet 130. I remember this one specifically. My English teacher in junior high really liked this sonnet. It dug into her brain, and she mentioned it constantly, every time she could. Once I read it, perhaps you'll feel a little more suspicious of that teacher than just someone obsessed with Shakespeare.
Someone is following me.
Ray of Sunshine, thank you for the follow. Please hop on board the time machine and get comfortable. We're going to have a good time. You've joined us here on our ASMR reward stream. Grab a blanket, get something warm to drink, and relax. Relax with us. So let's continue with the sonnet. Sonnet 130. My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen rose damasked, red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath that is from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare. That is, of course, the infamous cheater sonnet. A man with a mistress, a woman he is involved with, but he is quietly and steadily growing to distaste. Her eyes not like the sun, saying that she reeks. A man trapped in a relationship. Isn't that unusual for a poem to talk about? Because normally they talk about lovely things, wonderful things, or or painful, prominent things. But this is almost complaining. Complaining wrapped up in a poem. How interesting. One last sonnet before we move on to another attempt at ASMR music. The last sonnet of this batch will be Sonnet 104. To me, fair friend, you never can be old. For as you were, when first you're eyed, I eyed, such seems your beauty still. 3 winters cold have from the forest shook 3 summers' pride. 3 beauteous springs to yellow autumn turned. In process of the seasons have I seen 3 April perfumes in 3 hot Junes burned. Since first I saw you fresh, which yet are green. Ah, let doth beauty, like a dial hand, steal from this figure, at no pace perceived. So your sweet hue, which methinks still doth stand, hath motion, and mine eye may be deceived. For fear of which, hear this, thou age unbred, ere you were born, with beauty's summer dead. That was definitely someone almost falling in love. The brief flash of a season, the changes from one line to the next. Oh yes, that was almost love. Imagine falling almost in love. Wouldn't that be unfortunate? Oh well, we shan't worry about such things like that. Surely no one here would be that foolish. Now, let us continue. Another attempt at music. Now, we've already done You Are My Sunshine, which I enjoy. I like that song. And since we're about to start doing some of the more romantic poetry, I believe I will do a romantic song next. Now, this was sung at karaoke night by our good friend Cologne, who has a fantastic singing voice, by the way. It is Can't Help Falling in Love, the Elvis Presley version. And I'm going to have to do my best not to sing from deep down. We're just going to whisper this song out. We're going to let it crawl into your ear. We're not going to project too hard. No, we aren't. Nothing so brutal. Cologne, it's true. You have a fantastic singing voice. The first time I heard you sing in a karaoke, I was blown away. Absolutely. You do well, my friend. You do well. So let's turn off our piano for a moment. The piano, of course, is provided by Haladon Music. They're one of the first things that come up on YouTube when you Google piano music for relaxation. Because I am, if nothing, a slave to the Google algorithm. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. time I finish something, I can close a tab. I can almost see a whole word behind each icon. Progress is being made. So let's get going with that song, all right? My model really isn't moving too much with the microphone in the way there. Tell you what, I'm just going to quickly swap this around. I'm going to let FaceRig take a break. And I'm going to put proper Senpai in there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Is this man comfy? I think this man is comfy. Let's get more comfy. Oh boy, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yes, there we are. Peak comfy. Good evening, Luna. We are, yes, ultra comfy. Tonight is ASMR night. It was one of my subathon goals. I am doing a 3-hour ASMR stream. We've been doing some poetry before this, and I was just about to sing a song in ASMR mode. You're welcome to pull up and get comfy, grab a blanket, get a nice warm, relaxing beverage, and just relax with everyone else. We're having a extremely comfy night. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. So now I'm going to try to sing again, once again. I'm going to keep repeating things because it's easy to do that when you're this relaxed. Yes, a song. I sang You Are My Sunshine earlier in this, of course, relaxing tone of voice. And now I'm going to try and sing Can't Help Falling in Love. So here we go. Let's check that audio level. Oh, not too loud, not too loud. We want everyone to stay comfy. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. That was good. So it came through all right. Uwu intensifies. Beautiful. Beautiful. I was a little unsure of the ASMR singing, as deep down inside, I just want to belt these tunes out. But sometimes you just gotta lean back a little and get a little sultry, I guess. That's a lot of heart emojis there, Seth. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's good. That's good. Don't forget, though, we're here to be comfy. Comfy. Relaxed. There we go. Yeah, comfy. Comfy. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to take a bit of a veer here. I, of course, used Google Sensei to look up embarrassingly romantic poems. And, of course, I need to go ham on this. Yeah, Kalol, as I said before, you were the one who sang this song in karaoke, and I thought, darn, I have to compete with that if I want to do that song. So I didn't, because you can sing this really well. So yeah, everyone has their own approach. Fear not, my friend. Fear not. Anyways, yes. We're going to attempt some romantic poetry now. Now it was a cheesy list of the top 100 romantic poems. So I searched through it for a bit today, just looking for ones that are just interesting enough to read, to share, to casually whisper into a microphone, and hopefully you guys enjoy them as well. I am, of course, going to start with the classic, the original, the OG love poem, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day? I would be tempted to sing this as well, but you don't know it. Well, Luna, there's this fantastic group of people on YouTube who post karaoke covers of things. They have the letters light up as they scroll across. You can easily sing along, and the instrumental just plays along beside it. It's great for impromptu karaoke. You can just hop in and Google it up and sing away. Yes, karaoke nights are a lot of fun because of that, and it makes it easy. And that's really what you want when it comes to relaxing and having fun. It should be easy, because life is hard enough. We should be able to just easily kick our feet up and enjoy ourselves. Truth. All right. Okay. So, with that as it is, we are going to do some poetry. And if anyone gets a little doki doki, if your heart gets a little, feel free to take a breather, take a break. I don't wanna put you at any risk. All right. So we begin. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaf hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometimes declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. That is a poem about love. because I imagine love is this bright, refreshing, wonderful thing that burns into your life and sets your heart on fire. And even when time has moved forward, if your love is real, it continues to burn away. It doesn't fade. And it's been like that for hundreds of years. People say all sorts of things connect humans across time. Sometimes nasty, miserable things. But I would like to think that love is absolutely universal. And you could talk to anyone from any time about it, and they would know. Whether they were from the most depraved, evil kingdom, or from the most peaceful nation ever, everyone understands love. And that's fantastic. It's delightful. Excuse me, just a quick hydration there. I don't want to cough into the microphone. That wouldn't be fair to anyone. I imagine a few people are dozing comfortably now. All right then, let's continue on. Let us continue on. Now these are less classic than, of course, Shakespeare, because it is a Google list. But let's be honest. I just said that love is universal. So why would this be any less valid than Shakespeare's poem? Now, which one do I want to start with? Which order did I put them in? Am I that organized? I am not. Let's start with Until Forever Dies. User Serbeck. A 2011 poem. Oh, hold on. Before I start, let's put our piano back on. I quite like the piano. Piano, please. There it is. Perfect. Perfect. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Until Forever Dies. Serbeck. This is us. Never alone. We have each other. Whether in the same room or by phone, you will always be there. I know you'll never leave. And there's one thing I know. This is the truth. We will be together until forever dies. Because I'm yours and you're mine. Listening to your heart, a rhythm so fine. So much comfort, so much love. With only you, I feel this. Not any other one can I love so much. We will be together until forever dies. Because we're in love, as everyone can see. Never a broken heart, never a tear cried. You can hold me in your arms, and I'll hold you in mine. We will never let go until the end of time. 'Cause I will never leave you, and you won't leave me. We'll be together until forever dies. And that's that poem. Just a simple declaration between two people. It's, yeah. That's a promise you make. That's how you know your love is not just not just hanging out, not just friendship. It's that enduring, that powerful love you feel deep inside. I imagine. Oh, we're going to save that one for later. So you may go, my friend. Let's go with here's another one about a very similar kind of feel, I think. This one is called When Do I Think of You? Username Sherry Hildebrand. I think of you in the morning before the sun rises, when in the still of darkness my heart feels your presence, your love, your tenderness, your slow rhythmic breathing as you sleep, and I am at peace. I think of you when the first rays of sunlight spill like a waterfall between the blinds and settle into my eyes. I reach my hand, my foot, any body part will do, to touch you and breathe you in. It feeds my heart, my soul, my spirit, and I am at peace. I think of you at noon, when the sun is at its highest, when the heat warms my skin and causes my eyes to close with sheer pressure. Thoughts of you surround me, envelop me, overpower me. Images of you swirl around like a funnel cloud, sucking into its deep grasp all that it touches, and I am at peace. I think of you when the sun is setting and its final rays of light begin to fade. I can hear your voice, soft and slow in my head, words of beauty, joy, friendship, and everlasting love. My heart begins to sing a love song so sweet and so gentle. I cannot wait to share my day with you and yours with me. And I am at peace. I think of you when the sun has set and the stillness of the moon is displaying one of its many wondrous phases. Thoughts of your smile, your laugh, and your eyes create a feeling that is impossible to express with just words. The need to touch you, to feel you, to drink you in, is almost too much to hold inside. Anticipation of you is the greatest gift. I am at peace. I like that one, because that's one of those, it captures one of those cliche sayings that I always think about when I think about falling in love with someone. Having them be the first thing you think of when you wake up, having thoughts of them lingering on your mind as you're falling asleep. That feels like it would be wonderful. And this is just that, but over the whole day. Because I think about that sometimes, you know? Just having someone that important to you, it sounds lovely, beautiful, wonderful. Okay, all right, there we go. That's another one. I hope these are okay for everyone. You're enjoying them. That's good. It's good if you are. Again, pipe up if the anything's not right. Let me know. Everyone's supposed to be comfy tonight. Nice and relaxed and calm. Thank you, Luna. Thank you. I'm going to take another quick hydrate here, and we're going to go for another poem then. right then. Now, let's do another one because that's what we're doing tonight. This one is a little shorter. It's called Words Are Not Enough by Denise H. Boyett. No words could ever tell you, no action could express the way I feel about you. With you, my life is blessed. You're the light in my tunnel. You are my pot of gold. You are the strength that gets me through when despair has taken hold. You're my once in a lifetime. You make my life complete. You are my blue ribbon in the shadow of defeat. There's nothing I could ever say and nothing I could do to let you know how much love is in my heart for you. Again, I picked this one because I imagine that love you find, the real true love, the one, it's almost indescribable. It would overwhelm you. That's why we've spent all this time writing songs and poems and doing crazy things to try and show and prove our love for one another. Because that love, the one, is so overwhelming and indescribable that it drives us to do all sorts of unbelievable things for each other. So yeah, words are not enough. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. The little heart emote. That's perfect. Here, I'll send you one back, my friend. There you go. That's for you. Thanks for coming by. We're gonna be comfy. We're gonna keep doing some poetry. I hope you've got a blanket and a warm beverage, cause that's on the menu tonight. So our next poem is called Silence is Golden by Sheila Bullman. They say silence is golden. I believe it is true, because in that golden silence, my thoughts occur of you. You are the flame in my candle that lights the darkness of my room. You are the scented flowers that makes my heart full bloom. You are the butterflies that flicker in my stomach all day long. When I know I will be holding you before my day is done. You are the stars that shimmer and shine. You light up the skies above. In this golden silence, it's truly you I love. You are the thunder of the night. Your lightning strikes whenever into my soul that makes me whole and excites my heart forever. You are my paradise, my oceans wide, my mountains standing tall. So in this golden silence, I love you most of all. This is another one I chose because it's reaching for that indescribable nature of true love, that overwhelming feeling of having someone, the one, and not being able to explain it, I imagine. So continuing on the theme of the words being difficult, I selected another poem. It's called If Only She Knew by Kiara Wilson. She has her own special way of turning around my terrible day. She makes all the bad things go away the second that she says, hey. And when I look into her eyes, I see pure beauty with no disguise. Just a glance at her makes my heartbeat rise. I know for a fact that these feelings aren't lies. If only she knew how much my love for her grew. Maybe, just maybe, we could start something new. And then I'd never feel blue. And if beauty were inches, she'd go on for miles. I'd catch her before I go out of style. I'm going to let my heart be my dial, so I can tell her what I've been feeling for a while. Now that poem's cute. It's got some nice stuff in it, you know? That feeling of someone making your day better just by being around. I'll be honest, I felt that before. But the indescribableness of it as it goes on really starts to sink in. But I think this person is a little less experienced because they talk about they never feel blue, which I imagine isn't true. Because when I think of being in love with someone, yeah, you think of them first thing in the morning and your thoughts linger on them at the end of the night. But when they're feeling down, when something happens to them, wouldn't you feel bad too? You'd want to race in there and do anything you could to help them. And that would be sad, but at the same time, a kind of sad you'd want to help fix. And the opposite of that is when, of course, something great is happening. When they're celebrating, you want to stand there next to them and just cheer in success beside them. That's what I think this poem would grow into with a little time. Welcome back, Irie. Oh, you sent me a thing. That's delightful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will check that out immediately after stream. Thank you very much. We have moved into the romantic poetry section of the evening, so you came back at just the right time. Well, Iron, unless you want me to play it on stream. I assumed not, though. Either way. No, not on stream. Okay, there we go. See? I assumed correctly. I understand. We're on the same wavelength. I'm sure it will be lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's move on to another poem then. What a wonderful poem. Indeed it was, Tom, it was. I like it. I like trying to understand the indescribableness of the love, the one, right? The kind of thing you can't put into words, even though we have millions of poems trying to do so. Sometimes it just hits just right. All right. So let's go with A Toast to Forever by Josh Mertens. Mertens? You're the one I can't live without. This fact is true, I have no doubt. I love the way you smile at me. I love the way together we're free. You may be strange and slightly loony, but all this means nothing to me, because you are who you are, and I can see your beauty, inside and out, which is what threw me. When every day I see you, till then I cannot wait. To know what we will go through is in the hands of fate. The first time I saw you, I knew I must steal your heart. I hope that it's mine forever, and that we never do part. You are the one I love the most, and to this here fact I propose a toast. May we grow old and still have fun, because I love you, and my heart you've won. I selected this one because it feels like a proposal. Like you could recite this to someone and then just crack open the ring box. Because growing old together is the reward for a lifetime of loving each other. My parents have a fantastic marriage, and they just are so comfortable together, and they can sit together quietly in a room and know everything about each other's day, because they just know, because that's what happens with time. And that's kind of wonderful, you know? Absolutely wonderful. And Streamlabs just came in there with the, yeah, good job, Streamlabs, thank you. That's the mood. That's a mood. All right, thank you very much. I'm going to do a little more hydration here. Do I need more hydration from the fridge? No, not yet. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. I had been struggling with what to do for my my ASMR stream. 3 hours is a lot of time to fill, and originally I thought I would just read a novel, but it didn't feel thematically appropriate. And I thought poetry is beautiful. It's bite-sized. You can do a little bit and then talk about it, and then I started looking for stuff, and we started the stream with some Robert Frost, some classic American poetry, talking about places and people and choices, and then we did some Shakespeare, real classic, really melodic kind of poetry, right? You get that iambic pentameter flow in there, just ba 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 ba. It was a good feel. And then, what is poetry if not expressing emotions? And love is beautiful, and I think about it a lot these days, so I couldn't help but find these, and I'm glad you appreciate the choices. It means a lot to me that you enjoy it. Thank you very much. So yeah, let's press on here. Let's keep going. This one is called Let Me. It's by Randy Batikin. Okay, the last name has a Q in it. Let me take care of your broken heart and show you how to fly. Let me hold you gently by the hand and kiss your tears goodbye. Let me lead you to tomorrow's light and out of needless rain. 'Cause all I want right now is to see you smile again. Let me sing you all the songs I wrote till you sleep in my embrace, and I'll keep you safe and warm until the sunlight strokes your face. Let me bring you up the mountain's peak, and I'll let you touch the skies to remind you of the strength I see when I look into your eyes. Let me kiss and show you what is love and the happiness it brings. You'll sail again like a butterfly, endowed with pretty wings. Let me do all these to let you see our fates are intertwined. You're the accidental precious gem I've waited long to find. The earth and sky conspired to make us meet. They knew we both belong to each other, like words and lovely notes give life to every song. So fly with me, my beautiful one. It's time we leave the past. I'm yours to keep, and you are mine. We're finally home at last. That's what I'm talking about when I mentioned the last poem where they said they never would feel blue again. No. When the one is down, you want to get in there and fix it. You want to be their strength, right? That's what it is. And this is all about that. Let me build you up. And it's not putting them on a pedestal where they can't be touched or they can be admired from afar. I think when you lift your partner up, it's so that you yourself have to climb higher to do it again. You're both making each other better. And that's beautiful. You've put a lot of thought and care into this, and it shows. To watch the earlier portions. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. Yeah, the VOD will be around. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm actually going to do a lot of highlighting on this one. I'm going to clip out some of the better poems that I did, I think. Irie, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, that's the name of this segment. We're doing the romantic poetry. The one. Yes, the one. I've mentioned it a few times, but that's when the one, that indescribable one. Yeah, you're right. Looking into the eyes. That's one of the things. How do I put this? There's nothing more attractive than a smile. And when you look into someone's eyes and they look back into yours, you can see how they feel about you. You can tell. It's unspoken understanding. And yeah, look into their eyes. They have heart pupils, yeah. Jokes aside, of course, yes, the heart pupils. And that said about smiles, the next poem on the itinerary is about smiles. It's called Your Smile on My Mind by Luke O. Myers. It's a very short one, but it's good. I wake up every day with your smile on my mind. It's a sight to behold, so soft and so kind. My dreams are filled with the thought of me and you. I awake and smile, for my dreams have come true. I'll have you to guide me through my troubles and fears. I'll always be here for you through your struggles and tears. I'll love you more than my words could ever show. You mean everything to me, I just want you to know I'll be here for you no matter the dilemma. You will always be first on my agenda. Right? That smile. There's nothing more attractive than a smile. And then this one again talks about love being more than their words could show. It talks about being there through the tough times and building them up. That's why I think love is universal. Because the same things get mentioned over and over in these poems. We're all just people trying to find the one. This one you like less? Oh. Well, not everything's going to land the same way for everyone, I guess. That's how it goes. And that's why different people write different things. So we're going to move on to the next one. Always the next one, always progressing forward. Here we go. This one is My Dearest Love by Sherry Brown. I see you in my thoughts and dreams. When I awake, how real it seems. You aren't here to comfort me, but soon I hope you will be. No one truly knows or understands. You have my heart in your hands. My love is what you truly own. Come soon and make our house a home. Inside those walls, you are doing your time. Not being here with me is the only true crime. Others in your life will come and go, but my love is true, and I'm sure you know. I may not be rich or the prettiest one, but I love you so much. You are my sun. You light up my life every time you call. When the time is up, I begin to fall. You are my stars, you are my moon. Being with you will come very soon. So when I sleep, take this to heart. No one or nothing will keep us apart. Lots of motion in the chat here. Okay, we got love you more than words can say is cheap if it's not IRL. Understandable. You are correct. The poem's purpose is to try and put it into words. But sometimes I think the feeling is just so big, so vast, it's hard to nail it down. And it is a little cliche to say, I love you more than words can say. But sometimes it fits. Welcome back, Belle. Just dropping in to say hi again. I had actually assumed you had fallen asleep. But thank you for swinging by. I appreciate it. Appleberry Wilson, thank you for the points for the song challenge. That will be a delightful day when we get there. I hope everyone has fun with that. All right, okay. How much of my piano do I have left? A little bit still. There's still some time left on the piano. So, I have one last of the planned poems for this section. It's simply titled, I Love You by Dave Laurie. I never really knew you. You were just another friend. But when I got to know you, I let my heart unbend. I couldn't help past memories that would only make me cry. I had to forget my first love and give another try. So I've fallen in love with you, and I'll never let you go. I love you more than anyone. I just had to let you know. My feelings for you will never change. Just know my feelings are true. Just remember this one thing. I will always love you. Yeah, there we go. That's, well, what a time to show up, Lily. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we were just reading some romantic poetry. The whole night's been poetry, but the last 40 minutes or so have all been love related. Do I know the one from Garden of Words? I watched that movie. Tell you what, we will bring that up with Google Sensei, and I'll give it a shot. Oh, that's just a little poem. We can do that one. For sure. Is that the one? Garden of Words. Garden of Words is a beautiful movie. Visually, auditorily, story-wise, it is a masterpiece of animation. And I love every part of it. And I even love the fact that it's a little sad at the end. A little melancholy. Because that's just a little droplet of real life. Just sitting there for you going, look at that. That's how things go. Favorite top 5? That's a good place for it to be, Kalol. It really is. It really is. Okay. I need to get this name right because I don't want to mess this up. It is by... yes, Makoto Shinkai. Makoto Shinkai has a very unique way of telling stories about love. Ooh, bonk my microphone a little bit. I hope that didn't come through too loudly. He has done some really fantastic works along the way. We all know Your Name. Two lovers separated by literally time and space. Garden of Words, the troubles of a prior relationship and age. The Voices of a Distant Star was the first project of his I ever watched, all the way back in 2002. And it is a sci-fi love story that just breaks my heart. So there's a young man and a young woman who love each other, but she has been chosen to go to space. And because of the way that travel works in space, as she travels away from the Earth, her time doesn't advance. And back on Earth, his time does. So what for her is a day or two, for him is months. And her phone still works, and she still sends him messages as the story goes on. But for her, it's a journey of a few days in this crazy sci-fi setting. And to him, it's an entire lifetime. And there are these desperate moments where she's trying to send a message before the next jump. She wants to send it right now before literal years pass for her beloved. And it's this intense...
I welcome another precious Kohai.
Thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Kohai. I appreciate your support, and I hope to live up to that. Thank you very much, my friend. Where was I? These intense moments in the movie where she just wants to communicate with him. And then every time they finish their faster-than-light jump and they resync with communications, she's waiting for a reply from him. Some message to know that he received hers. And at a glance, it kind of just seems like a strange sci-fi story. Except for the fact that you realize this young man lived his entire life waiting for a girl who may never come back and maintaining a phone number and archaic phone by his standards just to communicate with her. By the end of the movie, most of his life had passed by, and he still had that crummy little flip phone that he could send texts on to this girl light years away. It's another literally star-crossed lover story, and Makoto Shinkai does that all the time in his stories. He puts these unbelievable boundaries, barriers between people in love, and sometimes they're more realistic and other times they're quite fantastic. But that's his signature. It really is. And I love it. I love all of them. I have not yet seen Weathering with You. Due to various reasons. But I know it's going to be good. Because Makoto Shinkai did it. It's going to pull at those heartstrings. You're going to feel it when it's done. Okay, we're rehydrated. Now, the thing that got us on this tangent is the poem. I wonder if I can find this in Romanji, because I could do that. Let's see if we can find that. There we go. There it is. Now I can read it in both English and Japanese. All right, here we go. It's a tanka, which I assume is a form of Japanese poetry. Narukami no sukoshi toyomite. Sashi kumori. Ame mo furanao ka? Kimi o todomemu? Narukami no sukoshi toyomite. Furazu tomo. Wareware wa tomaramu? Imoshi todomeba. That may not have been excellent Japanese, but I hope it was okay. The English, of course, is a faint clap of thunder, clouded skies. Perhaps rain comes. If so, will you stay here with me? A faint clap of thunder. Even if the rain comes not, I will stay here, together with you. And that really is the crux of that movie. the rain is the thing that brought them together. And there's a part in the middle where he's talking about wishing for the rain, hoping for the bad weather so that he might run into her again. It's quite lovely. Quite lovely. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that tangent, Irie. That was good. Okay. So, we are now over 2 hours into the ASMR stream. I hope everyone's comfy and having a good time. I hope you've all got a nice, thick, warm blanket. Maybe you're on your second glass of warm beverage. Maybe you're asleep. Yes, the 5 centimeters per second. I am aware of that movie. It is also Makoto Shinkai. It's another wonderful film. Do not worry. My piano is officially run out now. So I think it's time for another attempt at an ASMR song. The third one I have selected this evening. Excuse me. Thank you, Kalol. It was a good poem. I like the question and answer format it has. Oh, excuse me again. I am. Yes, the one more song tonight, and then we'll move on to our final item of the evening. Yeah. But I'm going to leave you for a quick bio break. I will be right back. But first, let's put on a short song.
Get your welcomes and your thank yous ready, everyone. It's a raid.
Welcome, welcome, Raiders. Thank you for popping by. I am Responsible Senpai. I am doing a ASMR stream as a reward for September. Thank you all for popping by.
Is following
Yomibap, that's a good time to stop by. I appreciate all the follows. Let's go through them here. Oh my, there are quite a lot of you. That is delightful. I appreciate all of you. So let's start here from the beginning. Yomibap,
is following
Ani Senpai, Devil Galia, Panda Kumaneko, Dungeon Raider 5. Thank you for the follows. Please hop on board the time machine and get comfortable. We're gonna have a good time. We're just gonna keep doing a little more poetry, a little more relaxation. Get a blanket, get a nice warm drink. Sit down and get comfortable. That is what tonight is all about. That is what we're doing. A spell? Perhaps you give me too much credit. That's a cursed raid. No worries, no worries. We are immune to curses here. There is no need to fear them. Benish, thank you for coming by. It's the ASMR night. Feel free to get comfy. Yes, indeed. Oh, no. We're not about to raid. We have another at least 40 minutes left. Don't worry. Hot Sauce Deathfire. Unfortunate. My music is a little loud. Oh, too quiet. There we go. Posture check. Thank you. May I politely make a request? You may, Benish. You may make a request. It is. This is an uncursable place. You can't ruin this vibe. Fear not. X to doubt. No. What is Say So's song? Oh my goodness. Say So is a song covered by Nyanners, where she sings about how say so she is. And it is a very amusing song. And I'm going to do a version of that myself when we complete that. And the lyrics won't be the same as hers, of course. But it's just a little project I thought would be fun. And once we get there, we will tackle that. Thank you, Kalol, for the donation to the fund there. We are at 25%. How delightful is that? Benish, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, there's no way you could know this beforehand, but I don't think I'll be raiding anybody this evening. Just in case someone has fallen asleep and is relaxing comfortably, I'd hate to throw them into another stream where someone might be shouting or playing a game or doing something loud or startling. I'm quite comfortable with everyone just drifting off to sleep and being relaxed, and then the stream quietly coming to an end. So that's the plan for this evening. So I don't think I'll be doing a raid this night. Just out of respect for anyone who might be, like I said, completely relaxed. Thank you, Yomi. Thank you. It's the voice I was born with, and I have decided to put it to work for me. It's what I do now. It's what I do. And I don't always do the ASMR thing. Normally it's just a redeem or a bit, but tonight is special. Absolutely special. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself, Annie. It's not healthy for yourself to put yourself down like that. It may not be your best trait. It's fair to admit that. But to say something about yourself like that, no. There's enough people out there in the world, people who are thoughtless or careless. Those people will say things about you that you don't need to hear. You shouldn't do that yourself. Build yourself up. Be relaxed. Be comfortable. But don't focus on your flaws or your faults. I mean, acknowledge them if it's something you want to fix, but don't tear yourself down. There's more than enough of that out there in the world. You don't need to do it yourself. Please, love yourself. Take care of yourself. Even just a little thing like that. Little things build up over time. Let's throw some head pats in there for you too, all right? Some senpai head pats. There you go. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. There you go. All right. So the last segment of tonight's stream, we're going to move on from poetry to some guided relaxation techniques. I was recently exposed to these through a friend of mine, and they're delightful. There are recordings of them you can listen to, and they're just nice, calming, repetitive pieces that allow you to unwind and relax. And I have a couple here I've picked out that I think are pretty good. And then at the end, there is one that I have put together myself. And I'm going to finish on that to just let us all wind down. You know, that's the plan. All right, now I'm sure we're all snuggled up together, comfortable and happy. Wait, I've forgotten. Before my bio break, I said I was going to sing one more song. Foolish me, rushing ahead like that. There's no reason to rush. Tonight's very relaxed. So, my third attempt at ASMR music. The first song was You Are My Sunshine. The second song was Can't Help Falling in Love with You. And the third song is going to be What a Wonderful World. Then we will get to the guided relaxation techniques. All right. Let's check the audio here. Are we good? There we go. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. All right, just another little snippet. I hope those songs turned out all right. The ASMR singing seemed a little tricky. I don't know. I see positive emotes in the chat. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. It is a wonderful world. There's so much wonderful stuff out there. Okay, so another quick hydration. Again, the ASMR really does dry out the old vocal cords. There we go, all taken care of. Now, as I was saying before I doubled back on myself, we are going to do a guided relaxation. To any of you still conscious, thank you so much for coming to my stream. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for everything. I will now perform my guided relaxation technique, and then I will quietly end the stream. And then you can all rest and be free. Imagine yourselves lying in a great big, soft, fluffy bed. As you lie there, you feel yourself sink into it just a little bit. Your head is cradled by the most luxurious pillow you can imagine. A blanket is placed over you, warm and fresh from the laundry. You feel just a little bit of weight from the blanket pressed down on you. You feel the warmth soak into you. It relaxes you. The bed is cradling you, the blanket wrapping around you. You can feel it in your extremities, the tension of the day slowly washing away each joint, becoming just a little more relaxed. And then another blanket draped across the first. It's a little heavier. It's still warm and beautifully fresh from the wash. You're wrapped up in it, pressed just a little further into the bed. The tension from your fingers is gone. It moves up into your palms and your wrists. The tension from your toes is gone. It moves up into your feet and ankles. And just when you think that's the best thing you could feel, another fresh, warm blanket is placed down on you. It's not stifling. It's not overwhelming. It's warm and it embraces you. You sink a little further into the mattress, and the relaxation moves up your arm, through your elbow, up to your shoulder. It moves from your ankle, up your leg, through your knees. Your extremities are completely relaxed. The blankets pressed down on you, the warmth soaking into your body, and the bed cradling you the whole time. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, another blanket. Still not stifling, still fresh and warm. The tension now leaving your body from your shoulders into your chest, from your legs into your hips, and eventually meeting in your tummy. Every last worry you had melting away, every muscle relaxed. The gentle, warm weight of the blankets pressing you down into the reassuring softness of the bed. Your body is relaxed. And just when you think it couldn't get any better, another blanket. Still not stifling, still fresh and warm. The relaxation and calm that has filled your body now flows up into your neck and your head and your face. Every knotted muscle coming undone. Every bit of stress and tension melting away. The warmth of the blanket, the softness of the bed, the pillow beneath your head, all of them pulling every last shred of tension out of your body. And that's when you begin to dream. You dream of places far away and things fantastic. You leave behind the worries of the day, your stresses and tensions. Those have melted away under the warm, soft blankets. They've been carried away by the soft, supportive bed. Your body held carefully and warmly, and your mind free to fly. Any future, any place, right there for you. Let yourself dream. Reach out for everything you've ever wanted and go to it. You're safe, you're comfortable, you're relaxed, you're free. Embrace your joys. Abandon your fears. You are safe here. You are relaxed here. And as you continue to dream, perhaps you become tired in the dream as well. And you find a very familiar, very comfortable bed with such warm, wonderful sheets, allowing you to crawl in and snuggle up and be free once again while you are already free. And then you can dream while you dream. And you will dream the sweetest of dreams. Rest well, my friends, and sweet dreams.